wait for the next thing. Yeah, sounds good.
So what we'll do is we will basically just start with someone asking a question. Let me answer that one, and then once that one's been answered, we will move on to the next one.
Okay.
So Madman, you spoke up first, so you go ahead first.
Okay. Why or what triggered this great war, like in the entire world? Because suddenly there were a lot of factions going haywire. There was like devils, there were demons, there were chaos.
There was no demons. There was no demons.
There was? Okay.
There's devils.
Devils.
Yeah. Okay. I thought there also were demons. Okay,
Nope.
I was mistaken. But at least there were at least 6 factions that all of a sudden went, "Hey, I want to rule the galaxy." So
basically, what happened was someone made a wish that entrapped all of the elder beings of chaos and took away all of the forces that could compete with the forces of law. And in doing so, basically opened up the path for them to all realize that the time was right to make a power grab.
who could this someone be? I wonder.
Oh, that brings me to my question. What happens to Thurnos?
Well, at the moment, your current characters are on their way to stop him.
And that's but what happens with that?
Oh.
Well,
That's another question, I guess.
we might come back and deal with what happens with that in another campaign.
I want to play that.
Oh, come the fuck on.
That'd be cool to fight.
sounds
That'd
amazing.
actually be really cool to fight our own characters. That'd be
Yeah.
really cool.
No. If
That'd be
that's the
so
case,
cool.
if that happens, I'm playing Thurnos. If
Yeah,
that happens,
we
I'm
might
playing
we
Thurnos.
might end up with people on both sides of that
Yeah.
one fighting
Oh,
against
yeah.
each other.
That would be a very cool one-shot, actually.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be.
we might come back to that as a one shot at some point. That might
Yeah.
just be the way to do it.
I thought you
The
guys
big
were against
showdown.
one shots.
God.
I'm not against
I
one
mean-
shots.
No,
I'm
not
against the
either.
amount of preparation that they sometimes take.
You're assuming that Thurnos wouldn't be like, wait, you're telling me the truth? You're gods, and you're like, wait, this would be bad? Oh, well,
I'm
Shit.
assuming Turnos wouldn't give a fuck.
Thurnos would no. Thurnos
It's
is
Thurnos.
a very reasonable person.
Okay. Madman. He's not wrong. He listened to everybody. Every
And-
time somebody said something,
That-
he listened. He just never followed what he said. Ever.
Like, he
But
listened
he's
every
not
time
wrong.
and said, nah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Okay,
what happened.
okay, but let's continue with this. Sorry, someone else go.
Yeah, who's got?
I
the
just
next
had a
one?
question and I lost it. So
Oh,
give me
sorry.
a minute. No, it's okay. Not your fault. What happens with Susha?
Susha, the jar was delivered to the devils.
Oh.
Fuck. Okay. So they got him.
The reason that Sinclair was unable to find it was because the devils had it in a secure magic vault, and on a roll of a 1, Sinclair missed it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead next. Edgar.
Mhm.
Edgar, who actually
Don't
ate
bring
him in the end?
Gone.
Don't bring Edgar up.
Was it the old chaos being that actually killed him, or was it something else that grabbed him?
It was the chaos being underneath Harmony that killed him.
Oh.
Which
It was that one that grabbed him.
Which I'll go ahead and
That's
give
what
you
made
this
me
one
lose
without
it.
having to ask it. The chaos being underneath Harmony
Yeah.
was actually a avatar of Cthulhu, which
Oh.
had been left behind in a sealed vault, which was protected from the witch.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, dude.
Fuck.
Fucking bards, man.
Yeah, why the fuck? Shit, I had
The-
that on my list. Yeah.
All right.
Basically, the bards, I will say this as far as it goes, they also, somewhere completely different, have a sealed fragment of law
Hmm.
that they can unleash if chaos ever grows too strong.
Yeah, they're just-
They'd kept one of each for a rainy day.
Interesting.
Fucking insane bastards.
insane.
it's stupid.
Can we
Lines
see?
are stupid.
Can we see Shenshara's contingency list?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
but-
you see it in the? You can see it all in
Yeah,
the.
You saw a very brief kind of screenshot that included a good bit of it, but
Now we get a good look at it.
Yeah, we can actually
a
read
lot
it.
of it's like imprisonment and stuff.
But I think share it and then we can continue with
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
while we look at it.
just his sheet's taking a bit to load.
No problem.
Um,
Tia, go ahead. Jimmy, I mean.
while this
shit.
is loading, I will say, you will notice that a lot of things are struck out.
Oh.
The lines that are struck out on the sheet
Yoki.
are the ones that Yoki's elemental masters burned away at the start of the fight.
What
I
about
remember
what about my
watching that
dispel
in the
magic? Did
replay.
I
the
didn't-
dispel magic
I
do
didn't.
anything?
It did do something. It did take some of these out, but those are not marked on the sheet.
Okay.
But there you go. That is
I remember
Senshara's
watching.
45 contingencies.
Wow. Holy shit. Well, if I ever
Wow.
play a contingency character, thank you, Casey.
Yeah, really.
Fucking hell.
Fuck.
That is,
It's my-
yeah, thank you.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Fuck
How
me
your brain
sideways.
works, I will never understand.
If it's 100, 90, 90, 80, 75, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, what the fuck?
It's like a Dragon Age fucking, or a Baldur's Gate script, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if character does this, then X.
Yep.
You can
And
tell
now-
you do coding.
I know Doc acts
A lot
up,
of
but,
if sets.
I'm going to ask my friendly little Cambion. Where is he? Is he with Doc still?
He
Susha?
is, yes, he's in that group.
He's never going to get that quest complete ever.
Nope. Especially considering now the person who gave him who offered him the prize for it is a fractured mass that's
Yeah.
not whole anymore.
Yep.
Was the ring that Svetlithim gave any importance? Like, did it ever do anything more?
Yes, actually, the ring.
Oh shit.
There was one ring forged
Throw them
by
on.
each type of Titan, and they were actually a mark of, in effect, the idea of the rings was that the senior-most Titan of each group would be the one to carry the ring. Tia was aware of most of its powers. The one that she was not aware of is that is the one that was kind of cryptically hinted at, that it would give you the Storm's blessing. Basically, it meant that Old Man Winter could always see where Tiawen was, know if she was okay, and could actually journey to her in a moment if needed.
Was that
Ooh.
the shit you were hinting at me, Casey? Because I remember you said do not trust the ring or something like that because Old Man Winter has done blah blah blah. I knew there was something. This is what I tried to tell you, Theowen or Jamie.
Did
That's
you
kind
though?
of sad.
Yeah.
I feel like I've betrayed him.
Oh.
Well, he's a dick anyway. So,
Is he?
question.
No.
I mean, you knew the ordning wouldn't be a good thing.
I mean,
well, yeah, no, he's a dick. So question. Going back way back to the maze, the big maze, where the first dungeon we ever went to. How the fuck could we have gotten out with the items?
Oh,
Which
was
one
gonna
are
ask
you
a
on about?
different
Are you on about the
in
Gygaxian?
the Princess Palace.
In
Or
the
library.
in the
the
Gygaxian?
Gygaxian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a different question. but
The
yeah.
items that you had with you there, if you had put them, if you had left the Gygaxian before the conversation with Senshara finished, he actually recalled them himself, and he could only do that within that actual area. If you had left the area with them before he had a chance to do that, you could have kept them.
Shit. Okay, could I also do one callback? Okay, basically, one of the first things that happened, or not first things, but in the far beginning of the campaign, Tia got the coin from Old Man Winter.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, and the whole basically roadmap that would eventually take us to what was the name of the place?
Osterna.
Osterna. Thank you.
Vonenheim is in Osterna.
Vonenheim, Osterna. Yeah. So what would have happened if we would have gone there right away? Like without all these things in between, we would have gone there right away.
If you had gone there right away,
After
you would have actually gotten there before Sveltnum did.
How? We delivered him to Brawl, and from there he tried to get passage towards there. I'm saying, what if we would have been the ones that would have brought him there?
Oh, if you had taken him straight there...
Yeah, exactly.
Then basically you would have gotten there to see that everything was frozen, and you would have had a lot longer to sway him to your side of things before any of the other giants that woke up convinced him of what they thought was right.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the issue was that when he started awakening the people who had been locked in the ice, he actually did choose some of the wrong advisors, and it tainted his way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They convinced him that that was the only path.
Okay.
His Seers, right? His Storm Seers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they convinced him that the only path was conquest. If you had gone with just him before they had been awakened, you could probably have convinced him of a peaceful path.
And,
what happened to Vorian? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. That's actually one of my questions. I have a list again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What happened to Vorian?
Yeah.
Because we had discussed this before, earlier, I believe.
Yep. We had the small scene where Vorian reached the Spelljammer, along with the Soul of Space, began making his way through the Spelljammer, encountered one of the libraries, stopped in the library for what seemed a few moments, only to then discover that the Soul of Space had completed its mission and merged with the Spelljammer without Vorian realizing it, and had actually encased Vorian in a bubble of time within the library.
Oh.
That's actually something that the Spelljammer can do, and the Soul gained access to that ability whenever it merged with the Spelljammer. So Vorian actually will end up coming, and eventually, after his conversation doc that we had with the Soul of Space, eventually he will leave, he will depart the Spelljammer, only to find that over 1,000 years have passed.
Well, if you remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
we did the thing, and I had actually...
That's right, you had the time travel spell, so you were going to step back. So actually, then Vorian will arrive here at Sanshara's.
Immediately after everybody is gone.
Just
I'm
basically
here,
as the
guys!
white door closes.
The party's ready! Hang on.
Basically, as the white door closes, you will arrive here
Oh my god.
and find the unconscious Sanshara.
Okay, what would have happened if we would have gone with Sinclair's plan in the beginning and just found the Spelljammer? Let's say we wouldn't have, because that was our main line of thinking in the beginning, and then we just gave up on it.
He was captain.
No, actually, when the people interested in it died,
Yeah,
Yes.
we
do.
lost interest.
yeah. If you had kept on the quest for the Spelljammer,
Yeah.
then the entire 5 Years of War storyline would have been scrapped, and I had an entire separate campaign based around all of you reaching the Spelljammer and then not being able to find your way off of it.
Oh.
Because once you're on it, you're stuck on it.
Once you're on it, it is nearly impossible to leave. The only way to leave is if the Spelljammer itself or its current captain grants you leave to depart.
Which I'm guessing doesn't happen that often.
Not really, not often, no.
So how did Edgar get off it?
I got granted leave.
Actually, in
Why?
Edgar's case, he was a member of the crew of the Collector. You remember I mentioned the Collector? He was the one that had the sword that Sinclair was after.
Mm.
The Collector actually fought his way to the bridge and became the captain. And as his first act as captain, he granted his crew departure.
So
Which they incessantly want to come back. So
Mhm.
So here's the thing, right? You gave me a lead to a sword I could have never gotten.
No, you could have gotten it. You would have just been on the Spelljammer to get it.
It was a trap, Doc.
That
It was a
is-
trap.
dude,
it was a
So
sword.
terrible.
It was a
Doc.
sword that led you onto the Spelljammer.
look at the span of events. By the time we found Edgar, I mean, he had already been off the Spelljammer for quite a while and was looking for a way back on. Not, it's not like he just landed in Brawl.
So the from what you said before, like the thing that we're going to go, that our current party is going to go do now is stop our previous party to basically create the royal. So what I'm asking is the previous campaign basically the result of us not stopping us in. Hang on. Hang on. This is a question. Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly. Okay. We chose option A. Let him live and stop the guys creating the royal. Is the previous campaign basically us choosing option B?
Well, kind of. Bear in mind that the previous campaign started out with the builder building the machine, which broke him in half
Yeah, that's
and
what
encased the chaos.
Okay, because what my
So-
thinking was that we did something with the builder to create the machine, maybe, and
Right.
I
No.
thought it maybe
What had
been,
originally happened? Originally, the builder made the machine to split himself in half and encased his chaos side. The original group came back in time, captured the chaos side of the builder before the machine was built, which created alternate world A.
Mm-hmm. Wibbly wobbly.
Thurnos, then knowing about the original world, but knowing that he has now wished away the dark side of the builder, in this campaign basically is then trying to use the fragment of Cthulhu that the bards unleashed in the same way that the fragment of the builder was originally used,
Here's the thing,
to
though.
recreate as close as he can to the original.
Here's the thing, though, right? He's not dead set on creating a wall. What he really wants to do is he wants to get rid of the chaos. The idea was that he thinks that you cannot kill the chaos. He's tried it, didn't work. You can't put away the chaos. He's tried it, didn't work. You have to use up the chaos. So what he wants to do is he wants to entrap the chaos and use it as energy for something. What that is, he has no idea, but he wants to use it for energy.
You want to turn it into a giant battery.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's how the original Royal World
Yeah,
worked.
exactly.
It was a battery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah,
But here's the thing.
and I think the
It doesn't
argument
have
there
to be-
was, this is evil. It's wrong.
Yeah.
Using
that
our
was the
world
argument,
to
yeah.
siphon away for your power, that's morally wrong.
But I'm using the chaos now.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't-
no, but this was
But
our
the chaos
whole
has to have a
original
world to
point.
anchor to,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
was
Chaos doesn't
basically
have to
why.
have a world to anchor to. I could make a world.
I will make a world.
But basically,
I'm not playing Thurnos, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying
basically
Thurnos
though,
doesn't have to do that, so it
it's the
won't.
same
It won't
idea.
have to work out. Like
It's
that.
the same idea of the original campaign. The difference is that Harmony, the world that the Chaos was released from this time, is already a vacant world.
That's true.
So yeah, that's the idea there.
And Thurnos could just re-trap it in Harmony. It was where it was trapped in the first place.
Which is what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what
Okay,
now
okay.
your group has been sent to stop.
The new campaign. Sorry, I'm just gonna ask this because it's relevant to a current campaign.
Mhm.
That's why. Is it the same timeline we're currently in, or is it a different timeline? Or have you ever even given it a thought?
Or are we supposed to know?
It is
Like-
a timeline where 20 years ago the Vidoni annexed the system.
Yeah, I'm asking outside of the.
Okay. So I think what Casey's saying, you better find out.
Yeah,
No,
okay, yeah.
Actually, I thought I was being fairly blatant about it. The 5 years of war that's just happened
Oh.
is when the Vidoni annexed Tide.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, okay, got you.
Thankfully, we went with the option that decides that the tide isn't already tides. What's it called? Isn't already decided.
I mean, but we did
Basically.
decide upon basically there will be some strife now for peace later, but we don't know how much later and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Sinclair will be around to see it.
I have two questions, Casey.
We will all be around because we're all rank 0 deities now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Where the fuck did Way go? Where's Way? Why did it go?
Okay,
And why
why-
did they leave me behind without saying something?
And why you're being an ass about it?
Way,
I was defender of Way, and they left me.
yeah, I have to
Why?
say, Way ended up being a victim of a little bit of DM fiat because you know how a while back I asked you about if we were going to end this campaign now or continue on into the epic levels?
Mm-hmm.
Way was the gateway into the epic part of the campaign.
Ah.
Were we all meant to be there?
How?
Well, Way was basically going to be the signpost that would lead you into the next section.
Hmm.
But when we decided to close it off, they had to vanish, and in order to give us that satisfactory ending. If they had gotten embroiled into this portion of the conflict, it would have continued us on into the epic level stuff.
Are they that badass?
Yes, in a lot of ways, yes.
Cool.
In all the way, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. See, my master's badass. I knew
You
it.
ask
I
if he's
fucking knew it.
badass. Mammy, you ask
Yeah.
if he's badass, and he punched your soul outside of your body.
Yeah,
Look,
I know that. I know. I'm just saying that he's badass, and you guys, it's all right to be jealous of my master. That's
Yeah,
right.
I will
Insane.
tell you this, a little bit of a linking point. Have any of you ever watched Legends of Tomorrow?
Not much of it.
When the Time Masters, whenever they're going through and they go to that place where the kids, where she has all of the kids of the Time Masters,
Oh, that. Yeah.
and it's like kind of a safe point in time that is kept by the Time Masters to kind of protect the upcoming generations.
It's just a safe haven, though. No, that's really all it is. At
Yeah,
least
it's-
that's how
it's
they
a-
describe
it's a
it.
safe haven. Yeah. That is part of the aspect of what Way was.
Mm. Mr. X wasn't a very good defender of Way. Like for most of his campaign, he kind of forgot that he was the defender. And when he finally realized he was there for 1 year and said, "I'm gonna go do a thing," and kind of missed the whole going away party.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Where did Ryu's soul end up?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no, we got him back.
No,
Ryu?
he didn't. He didn't die though. He's just like
He's
imprisoned
encased
in
by the death
stasis.
of many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got him back though. That was one
Nobody-
of the things I did.
Nobody
Yeah.
went to get me.
What do you mean?
Nobody.
I did.
Nobody told me.
No.
I did. I said in the chat.
Yeah. Tiawen did during the 5 years manage to locate him.
Oh, cool.
Shit.
So
Are they their own force now then, Casey? Because the Immortals was really goddamn strong.
You'll have to find out. That might be something for future campaigns.
Yeah. Oh fuck me! If you're gonna go with the whole thing that I started to create, then I'm gonna hate you so much.
Okay. What was the great madness and darkness that Mr. X Master was talking about?
I'm back.
The
Chaos?
Great Madness is basically the opposite of what was happening here. Whereas this was chaos being missing and law taking over,
Mm-hmm.
what your master was fearing was a shift towards a lack of law and chaos dominating,
Okay.
which is basically him looking into the future and seeing what was happening 5,000 years from now.
Mm-hmm. So after this, who wins the war?
In
I
which
would like
timeline?
to see.
In the timeline where the whole royal thing doesn't happen, and let's say we defeat or persuade Thanos and the rest of the team, like what?
Theranos will be persuaded. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, no,
tell you that right
yeah.
now.
I'm just saying that
Mhm.
if that happens, and all of those guys like, yeah, let's do that because that's great. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea. I talk like this. I'm Thanos. Whoa.
Yeah.
And oh no, yeah.
You
I
kind of
talk like
sound
this.
like that.
Yeah, I talk like
It
this.
does
'cause I'm
not
Thanos.
sound like that.
I am.
sounds like
I am
this.
Thanos. I
Talks
like
like
to talk
this.
like this. Whoa! Look
No.
at me. I have goggles on my head.
He talks like this. He has this kind of accent.
Even though I don't need goggles, I have goggles. Whoa!
Fuck you.
Yeah.
What accent is that, dog? Is that a Manhattan accent?
It's a sort of Manhattan accent.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say that
so
happens.
basically, you're talking about a world where the wall does not go up.
Yep.
And basically what happens at that point is, without giving away too much, because obviously the next campaign is still set in that time frame,
Mhm.
what happens is eventually this is where we end up with the council. So all of the major races coming together and basically hammering out kind of a United Nations type peace accord.
Guys, let's not kill each other. Sure, I won't try to take
Basically,
over the universe or kill you guys, but hey, look over there, and like knife in the fucking back. Okay. Yeah. Does the old man Winter live, or will he regret his previous decision about world domination, universe domination?
Old Man Winter unfortunately has a bit of a sad ending.
Oh.
Oh,
Um,
no.
He is corrupted by the forces around him, and eventually the chaos takes hold on him and
Oh.
manages to bend his thoughts, and he ends up getting killed by Old Man Blade
Oh.
Oh no!
in a bit of a mercy
Oh.
killing.
That is, yeah, that's
Has anyone ever played Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark
No.
Souls
Yeah.
3. Dark
Yeah.
Souls 3.
a little bit of it, not
Yeah.
much. Why?
Sigvard of Karim. And the tale of God, the giant.
So, yeah. No, I get it.
I
So
don't
we
know.
basically delivered his killer to him. Yeah.
Yeah, Yorm the giant.
Yeah.
We basically delivered his killer to him.
Yes,
And
you did.
he did his last rites.
I mean,
Did Old Man Blade know that's what his friend was planning to do ever? Or could have done?
Or yeah, like I need to get there because of this, or is it just he went there to see his friend and then but now he has to die.
He knew that there was a danger of his friend being corrupted. He thought he had a chance to get there in time to stop it, but he also knew that if the time came that it was too late, it should be him to end it.
What would have happened if our party would not have existed in this campaign?
People would be a lot better off.
No, let's say nothing of what we did. Like none of that happened. Like no one rose to the occasion, and we didn't fuck with Harmony. No one else fucked with Harmony.
Not even that, because if you remember, we gave Sanshara the last piece of...
Yeah, exactly. That's my point too. Like, if Sanshara would never have gotten the piece, we wouldn't have fucked with Harmony. We wouldn't have basically convinced Old Man Winter to go back to Volenheim, because he only did so after we basically went, hey, we exposed you for being the lost.
There was another group of heroes who would have stepped up if you had not.
Okay.
But you got them killed at Red Eye.
Oh, sorry, what now?
Oh,
They got them killed at Red Eye. Remember
what happened at Red Eye?
The party. The
Do you
massacre.
remember there was
No.
a party?
The other party
there was
of
a party
adventurers that you ran into at Red Eye.
Oh, fuck me! Shit!
I don't
The Paladin and the other guy?
Yeah.
Fuck! Oh!
The
shit.
ones that got killed by Sanshara whenever...
Was the Nyogi even on that ship?
Oh, no, the
Was the
Nyogi
Nyogi He wasn't even on that ship?
He was long gone.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We just
Sinclair.
got... oh, fuck. We're like, look at that ship of heroes, kill it.
Killed a bunch of innocent people.
Sorry.
See that's the universe, lost hope going away, kill it.
Okay, so I'm wondering about Madman's old character, the one we kind of destroyed.
Mutilated?
Carson?
Yeah, mutilated. Yeah, Carson. What actually happened with him in the end? I mean, he left to fight for his people.
Yep.
But what actually happened?
He actually did quite a good job of freeing quite a few of the Gith from the Illithid.
Old Karsten.
He was fucking epic levels, I assume.
Yeah,
So.
and then all of the Illithid disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when that happened, the alliances that had been built between the Githyanki, the Githzerai, and the others that were all there to get rid of the Illithid started to fray, and many of them turned on each other. And then in the process of all of the ongoing stuff that happened, they ended up getting bombarded from space by the Vidoni.
Oh. So it was a sad ending.
No. He's still alive, out there roaming the galaxy with. Right, Casey?
Thurnos would have tried to find him. Karsten is his good friend. That's for another day.
Yeah.
I still we should really do another campaign with Thurnos. I'm just saying.
In the
Put that on the
Gargarian,
table. Put that on the table.
Jamie?
I have to get into. I mean, give me a couple of weeks to get into that role again, because that's going to be difficult to be that cold-hearted.
We're not playing it yet, Cameron,
Yeah.
so don't worry.
Yeah, no, that's not now.
Jamie, what?
in the Gygaxian, that room with the old king and skinny Sanshara, how could we have gotten out of it?
If you had all sat down and filled all of the seats at the table, then it would have actually activated a piece of magic that would have allowed all of you to have a conversation with the old king. And once you had had the conversation with him, and he had formally ended the feast, everything would have opened up.
So talking was the end point, and we were afraid of talking because
I wasn't. Sinclair was.
But you had to fill the feasting table.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the part that
exactly.
never
Yeah,
happened.
and just because not all of us did, and there were places. So yeah. I'm running out of question, guys. Let's,
How the hell could we have completed the Gygaxian in like 2 hours? You said in your video you expected it to be done in 1 session. Or
What?
2 at most.
I had originally thought that, well, if you figure a session's normally 4 hours, I had figured the Gygaxian would take 4 to 8 hours.
You
Not
expected
closer to
that
20.
we were much more smarter than we are. So
Yeah, I made the mistake of transposing the way my old group used to run dungeons with the way this group runs dungeons. We were very much a second edition dungeon running group. And there was kind of an orderly, you check this, you do that. And I'd kind of made the mistake of estimating that this group might fall into that rhythm. And that was a
I
very
try.
bad mistake.
Casey, we both know that that's never going to happen with this group to run like.
I realized
Try.
that in retrospect, yeah.
you fool!
That's why I ended the rest of
That
the Gygaxian.
was your biggest mistake.
Okay.
You played yourself.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why I said in that video that I didn't run you through the other 3 levels of the Gygaxian. I do have 3 other levels of it drawn up.
Fuck.
I might use one of them in the next game.
How could Susha could have avoided the whole devil thing?
By not signing a
Signing.
contract with Devil.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seems
besides,
pretty obvious.
besides that
could
one.
he have gotten out of it, basically?
Yeah, basically.
Yes, but not with a good alignment, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Let me guess, sacrificing other people's souls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just putting more value than what he was worth and you guys were worth. That's all.
If we, because sure, Shanshara was a very powerful arcane, but was there a potential for another arcane doing the same thing that he did? Like basically filling his role. If let's say, you know how you said that we got introduced to Shanshara way earlier than you anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say through some miracle he died that session. Like Susha threw a card and then Shanshara slipped on that card and broke his neck.
Yeah. If something had
You're still muted.
if something had happened to Sanshara before the war started,
Yeah, exactly.
yes. The issue was that in the course of the war, some of the things that were going on in the background is Sanshara took out all of the other top 5 arcane.
Hmm.
So if something had happened to him before he did that, there would have been other arcane that could have stepped up.
But he will forever be known as Blue Fucking number 1. And
I'm so
Fair-
happy that caught on. I invented that, but I'm so
Yeah.
happy it caught on.
we have a list now. We have like 5 blue fuckers. Hang on,
What?
I gotta find it. I have
Okay,
it down
Casey.
somewhere.
The College of Bards, they when we delivered items back, there was this one item missing. This one item is something we gave to Jugen, I believe.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Was that the eye?
That was I thought you were talking about the Forlorn Horn.
No, I'm talking about the one we gave to Dugan. I can't remember what it was. If it was a small eye.
It was the eye, the
Yeah,
dragon.
he had the
thing.
eye, and
It wasn't
he also
the
had
dra-
the horn.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't
The eye
the.
and
It
the
wasn't the eye. Wasn't actually the eye.
Yeah, it was
It
a
was the-
chaos.
it was the-
thingy.
No.
Yeah.
It was the gray gem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a chaos thingy because it was a gray gem.
Yeah. What happened to that one, or is that something for another day?
That might be something for another day.
Okay.
It's still out there now.
Did he lose it again?
Yeah,
That would be funny if he did.
yes. Yes, he lost it.
he's doomed to always lose it. That's part of his
Thing, yeah.
deific flaw.
What are all the domains of all of us that became
Yeah.
level 0 demigods? Where are all our domains?
Well, normally you don't actually choose a domain until you become rank 1. So you each have
We are
time to
not-
think about it.
We are not normal people. though.
Golrin was a special case that his just got assigned to him because fate said yes.
My new character is going to pray to Golden.
In chocolate we trust. Because of his godly sweetness shall forever richen our experience in life. And so it was said, and so it will be. All hail. All
I would be a
praise.
paladin of him if I could get any spells from him, but I can't.
No, but I, you know,
Chocolate spells.
Chocolate rain.
it's
Some
something
stay
to-
dry and others feel the pain, and people start
it is-
drowning in chocolate.
It is something to be said for breaking of bread. Like the chocolate is a peace offering.
Yeah.
It's like,
That was like-
you know how
Yeah.
Christians have like the bit of bread and the wine? It's like chocolate and a glass of milk.
Like
and-
all
just
the
pass
priests
around
are
the
very fat
You-
because
you-
they just eat chocolate all the time. Like I praise the God. Like,
You have
what
to
can I
keep-
do?
you
Like
have to keep
I
up
gotta
with
eat the
time.
chocolate.
You have to keep up with the times. It's important.
Someone becomes a diabetic, like the God does not favor you.
Yeah.
Obviously, he does not want you. So
Oh, God.
Can only do it by sacrificial. So get rid of it. Where's my knife? Sacrifice him.
no, because it's chocolate. It's like something where it's you know, chocolate fountains.
They
It's-
boil
Oh
you in
yeah,
a
they have to
chocolate
drown
fountain.
him in
yeah,
fountain.
fountain.
Ugh. Best way
Oh.
to die.
Just imagine that drowning in chocolate. Ugh,
To
disgusting.
move this on, did
Disgusting.
anybody have more questions about the current campaign, or can we move on to the next?
I have one more question.
Go for it.
Do you think? Okay, sorry. Two more questions. Are the Githyanki relatively alright, or are they like on the brink of extinction? Like
Um,
as
for my campaign world, the events that have just happened here are going to be what forces the Githyanki and the Githzerai back into the planes. This is
they're
going to be
like-
the end of their presence on the material plane, and it's going to put them back into the astral and the ethereal.
cool. And second is, do you think Mr. X will get back to way at some point?
Yeah, he's a rank 0 deity now, so he will not age. He'll still be around when it comes back.
Like, I'll just have to wait. And he does the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, but with years instead. He's sitting there. Yeah. Tia comes by like, what are you doing? Shit, I need to start over.
You could make the
I have
biggest
two connected
sandcastle ever in 3,000 years.
Yeah, you could. I have 2 connected questions.
Go for it.
Rom, how is that doing? It's basically it held out throughout the entire war. I'm guessing
Sorry, you said
because
Brawl.
of this. No, Grom.
Grum.
Grom. Yeah. Has it been slowly growing for the 5 years? Has it been, doing well?
Grom
will-
has always been a struggle. It's never been a easy world. A lot of the beasts, though, were actually killed off by Sanshara's forces while they were holding it. So actually, if anything, it's been a bit more peaceful than it was before the war.
Very good. What kind of presence is Grom going to have in the new world, exactly, and Gromans in general?
You
Are
mean
they
in
going
the
to have a
upcoming
seat in the council?
campaign, or
No.
Racism everywhere.
In the upcoming timeline, basically.
in the okay. That remains to be seen. The vast majority of the Grommen reject kind of technology and reject leaving their world. As you saw with Sinclair, it is a fairly parochial society.
Right.
So it would stand to be a matter of if the newer generations come around to getting with the times a bit more.
Well, they do seem to be because my soldiers are,
Mhm.
right? So I will.
They
be
are a
teaching
minority,
them.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I will say that Sinclair's favor is to get him a seat on the council. To help him
Bananas!
get-
I want bananas! Sinclair, you need to stop saying that at each meeting.
Actually, something
God
that,
damn it, man! Every time I want to be serious.
Sorry.
something that Reorcs actually would say to Sinclair is that getting Sinclair a seat on the council, basically he in the nicest possible way tells Sinclair to get over mortal matters, that he's a deity now.
Yeah.
But he will take steps to get a Grommen a seat on the council.
Yeah. And in that case, yes.
Casey, did you plan like a contingency if we were to go the route like in the previous campaign where we basically did that true wish?
There wasn't really ever a contingency for you to obtain a true wish this time around. You could have tried a wish, but it would not have been a true wish. And there were a few contingencies in there because you're not the only people in the galaxy with that level of power.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just asking just about last campaign we wished away chaos, now we're wishing away law. Like just a lot of indifferent people left. We don't really feel strongly one
It
way
would
or
be
another.
indifferent people, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It would be
like-
neutral people.
Are you evil? My heart is not in it, but you know.
Didn't Thernos spend like 1,000 years pouring in magic to make
Yes.
that wish?
Yeah.
Not only that, he was having golems create golems pouring in magic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
then,
artifacts and
Everything.
and then the rest of us, like all stupid level high characters, threw in all our
Mhm.
artifacts into that wish. Like all legendary artifacts. Like, yeah, let's throw that into the pile.
Yeah, the amount of power that you dumped into that was astronomical.
Yeah. I don't have any more questions. Oh, what's the deal with Dugan?
Dugan
Why
is Reorc's avatar.
Yeah, but why does he care so much?
Yeah, why does he influence? Why has he started influencing us more than other deities?
This is actually something that I didn't create, but I do love. If you actually start looking at a lot of the historical kind of accounts that have been put together, the world of Krynn basically was an experiment by a select group of gods, a lot of them minor deities, but a few of them more powerful deities, to create a isolated sphere where the deities could have a closer connection to their creations. So originally Krynn was designed as a test bed of this.
What's
Over
Krynn?
time,
What's Krynn? What's
Krynn
that?
is the sphere where the Dragonlance books are set.
Oh, okay.
It's an actual campaign world.
Okay,
From
I
the second
thought we
edition.
went there. That's why.
No,
Okay,
no, you
continue.
never went there in this game. You never went there
Yeah,
in this game.
no.
But Reorcs was Moradin's name within Krynn. And Dugan was his avatar there. Moradin was one of the creator deities of Krynn, under the name Reorx. And Dugan was his avatar to experience the world of Krynn. The experiment of Krynn met with varying degrees of success, but one of the things that did happen out of it was that Moradin found that he had a love for associating with and being around mortals, and for helping them more actively than most deities do. And because of that, he then, at least in my campaign, has started doing that outside of Krynn as well.
Is he not breaking a few rules though?
Yeah.
He's a greater deity. There's not many people out there who can tell him he's breaking the rules.
Okay.
In the rule book, he is breaking the rules if you read it straight
Yes.
up. But like you say, who's gonna oppose him?
Yeah, like the priest for another church goes to him like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I'm a god, so I will smite you, and you're a god
I
now.
mean, basically,
So-
if you want to look at the numbers of it, greater deities are deific rank 11 through 15, and at rank 16 you hit over deity. Moradin is a 15.
Ah, okay.
He is literally in that group that is the most powerful of the greater deities. That only the over deities, only like AO outranks.
And AO doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. The over deities
There's only
are,
one.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I have no more questions.
Anybody have anything else?
No.
All right. Well, we'll let Ben know that we're opening up to questions about the new campaign then. And once he's joined, we'll have maybe half an hour of questions about the new game, and then call it a little bit early tonight.
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and toggle over into the new campaign.
Yeah. You haven't added a picture for Tides of Shadow.
No, I have not yet. I don't have a picture that I've decided on yet. I will before next week.
So you're going faceless rogue, huh? Madman?
Yeah, I think so.
It's pretty good.
I think.
Oh, Casey, I have done those pictures for you. I just need to outline them,
Oh, lovely.
and then I'll send them over.
That is
They are
awesome.
done. Like, I ran out of black, so.
No, I think it fits with Vincent, considering even before I even knew that the faceless would be like a archetype for the rogue. I wrote the backstory so that like his basically entire life growing up, it's going from like house to house and location to location, pretend to be other people.
Really?
And-
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I mean,
it actually ended up being very fitting from the background.
yeah.
Before that was even an option. So
Exactly. So after Casey actually brought it up, I was like, "Oh shit, that sounds perfect!" Considering I've already written this shit and it fits with the thing, with pretending to be other people. So that's great.
yeah, it ended up being
Yeah.
pretty spot on.
Yeah. So I think the whole faceless thing, that's just him, like, doing it more practical. Like, before it's just been him, like, yeah, no, my name isn't Vincent, my name is Charles. And, like, doing that shit. And then, as time goes on, he just goes a little bit overboard with the whole thing.
I'm gonna start cutting people's faces off now.
I mean, you gotta experiment. Shit.
Yeah, I mean that is part of the class.
Yeah. You don't
But
have to look.
the new campaign. I mean, what's the how are we going to gather as a group? Is the introduction being made by?
I think he wrote something about a phantom, so I'm guessing there's gonna be something like that triggers us being together, right?
Most likely.
Yeah, that without giving too much away, that there will be basically you will each be starting out. Has anyone looked at that document that I posted about where are they now?
Yes.
No, I didn't find it. It annoyed me a bit actually.
Okay, I linked to kind of the table of contents page.
Yeah. Because that's why I went on your homepage earlier, because I was looking for this.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, if you go My World, Tides of Shadow, and then if you look on Appendix A, Age of Adventure 3, The Black Legion, and on there you scroll down to where it says Histories, and there's a link to Where Are They Now. I'll link it in the chat for you as well, though.
Where are they now? I'm just trying to find that there, because if I must be blind, I can't see it still that way.
Are you on the Beyond Alundar Tide of Shadow table of contents?
Yeah, I'm on table of contents. Yeah.
Okay, go to Appendixes.
Yeah.
Appendix A, Ages of Adventure 3, The Black Legion.
And there, okay, yeah. I
And then
see.
on there, scroll down to, I think it's page 3, page 4. And it says History.
There, yeah.
And it has all of the names, and then it has Where Are They Now.
Yeah, got it.
And for all of you, except for Ben's character, it basically talks about where you are at current as we begin the game. So what we will then do on next Monday is we will start out with snapshots of each of you. So I will go ahead and warn you now that there will be segments where it is kind of focus on Madman, focus on Seeger, focus on Kim. Each of you will have a solo scene, basically, that will then be the trigger point happening of what will bring you from where you are towards I'm now going where I need to be. And then once we've played out each of those scenes, we will then time-lapse to all of you arriving there and do the opening scene that way.
Sure.
And we are getting